Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading will be a message from someone who wasn't able to speak their truth, whether they've passed, gone silent, or the moment never came. This is what their soul or their spirit wants you to know. So let's get started. Okay, bottom of the deck here, we've got the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords is an intellect, a strategizer, maybe somebody who has his head above his heart, unable to really express themselves emotionally. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with here. The overall energy that we've got going on today is, let's see here, this is what they want to acknowledge about the situation. So there may have been a separation between the two of you, something that required like a legal decision. Something about the legal world here, the legal system, was the energy that I'm bringing up here. A decision had to be made, and karma kind of took over, and justice was served, and balance was hopefully restored. Now here, it looks like there was a lot of defense going on here, right? So there was a separation between the two of you, and it looks here that both sides had to really defend themselves, and neither of you really got a chance to really work it out because you were really busy defending your stance, your position in the situation. What happened in the past, obviously, there was a decision that had to be made. Perhaps there was a divorce, a separation, something here that involved the justice system, right? So a decision was made, and that obviously created a separation between the two of you. And unfortunately, this balance that was supposed to be restored here, there was a lot of tension, a lot of defense going on between the two of you. You both had to kind of take a little bit of a step back and really had to make your points known. The Knight of Cups here is all about sort of like the message that they want you to focus on. And this is the Knight of Cups. This is about bringing love into the situation. And if this person hasn't been in contact with you or is unable to contact you, know that they love you. They're giving you an offer of love. The Knight of Cups is the romantic person. So if we're dealing with the King of Swords here, and this individual that you were once with wasn't able to express themselves emotionally, and say they have passed on, for example, know that they are coming from a place of love at this point. They've been able to really evaluate the situation, and because they're an intellect and they're able to really strategize and break things down, they know their role in it, and they do love you and want to send that out to you, even though they're unable to really say it in a way that is loving, right? They were unable to really show that to you. Now here, as far as what's happening subconsciously, is you feel kind of stuck, right? They're worried about you because you feel stuck, and you feel as though you can't create what you want out of this. Almost like you're trapped, right? Because of whatever decision has been made and the separation between the two of you. You feel stuck and you can't create and move forward. I hope that makes sense. We'll clarify that in just a second here. Yeah, and what happened here is lots of bad words, right? Lots of words were used here, and that goes hand in hand with the justice system. And again, this tells me that definitely there was a situation here involving lawyers, judges, that sort of thing, and a big fight obviously broke out. And whenever I see the Five of Swords, this is all about fighting with all your might and winning at all costs, to the point that one side really feels victorious and the other one really feels defeated. And there seems to be something that is continuing here, as far as the outcome of all of this. So hopefully their message is coming through, in that they are trying to come to you from a place of love, but unfortunately this discord that's happened between the two of you has left a lot of scars, right? Because this is all about fighting with all of your might, not worrying about the consequence, right? Not worrying about the destruction and the wake that it's creating. Hopefully that's continuing to make sense. Now, this is how you're coming through here in how you're connecting to this relationship and how you're connecting to their spirit. And that is the Moon. The Moon card is all about illusions. So here, there's a mystery here. Certain things were not really revealed. Some things remain hidden. And so that's where the disconnect is neither of you have come to, you had to have a third party almost come in the way in between you two because you just couldn't connect. And in your case, there are things that are still hidden. There are still things that don't make any sense, right? And hopefully at some point that's going to be illuminated and you're going to get the answers that you need. This is telling me also that you need to use your intuition in order to get the information you need because it's not evident. As far as what is happening, any kind of spiritual signs that are appearing externally, either through people, synchronicities, dreams, everything around you is telling you that it's time for you to expand your world, to move on, to take that step forward. Almost like you can't stay here in this time of hurt and defeat. Now, whether you were the losing party or winning party in this situation, in this decision, it's time for you to move on, and their spirit is trying to tell you that it's time for you to move on. Because they do come from a place of love, but you cannot create what you want until you move on and let go of this hurt that's happened. And what I'm hearing is, I didn't mean for things to get this bad. It was so bad. And here, what they really wanted here is stability. They wanted stability in the relationship, but they were afraid to move forward. Something here is telling me that there was a communication breakdown, and again, it's repeated over and over. What I'm hearing is, I didn't mean for things to get this bad, and now it's too late. I can't say what I need to say. But they do want you to move forward. They want you to move forward. Wow. And the outcome here is the Tower. Whatever happened here, because it is so bad, it goes hand in hand with what I just said. I didn't mean for it to get this bad. The Tower moment tells me that this was so incredibly destructive that it really, whatever happened just recently, it really flipped your world upside down, Gemini. And it's left a mark, right? And the Tower moment, the card after this is the Star card, and it's all about hope, healing, and wish fulfillment, trusting your intuition, trusting in the divine purpose. Same thing with the Tower moment. In the instance that the Tower is crumbling, of course, that's the worst thing that could ever happen, right? But there's a message there. And when we go back here to the card of the Moon, this is all about intuition. And Spirit is saying that you need to trust your intuition, trust the divine, connect with the divine. You need to take a step back, trust your intuition, and connect with the divine, because there is a higher purpose for all of this suffering, for this upheaval that's happened between the two of you. Again, I keep hearing, I didn't mean for it to get this bad. But here, it's time for you to take that step forward. Although the hope between the two of you was to create stability, a rock-solid relationship, rock-solid foundation for your relationship, obviously time didn't allow that, and they weren't able to tell you exactly what they felt. And here we are at the Tower moment, because now we missed that chance. We missed that chance. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and clarify a few of these cards here. I want to clarify, look at what popped out, the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands here is about planning, and that goes with the 3, 2, and then 3. So yeah, they're saying that there were plans you guys discussed. You had every plan of being together and staying together and having a really intact relationship, and you wanted it as stable as possible, full of hope, full of promise, something totally dependable. You had plans for the future, but obviously that didn't happen, and everything is now crumbling. But what they really want, and every sign that's around you, Gemini, that you may not be seeing, is telling you to go ahead and move forward. Spirit doesn't want you to stay behind. Now, whatever feeling, whatever grief, whatever sadness, the fighting that happened, look at this, fighting. There was so much fighting that they're wishing that didn't exist, and they're also wishing that they had a better chance that popped out, that it had another chance with you. Look at this, spiritual awakening. So you've got the Judgment card. So remember when I said to you that the Tower moment happens and everything is terrible at the moment. But there's a message here after you've recovered from the Tower moment, and that is to gain wisdom, to heal, to find the reason for all of this, to find meaning in everything that's happened here from the past, find the meaning behind it, and be almost resurrected, right? That's what they want you to do. There was so much fighting and hurt here, but what they really want at this point, because it is too late, and again, that's what I'm seeing, it's too late. I didn't mean for it to get this bad, but now it's too late. They just want you to find spiritual meaning from everything that's happened, because it was so hurtful, because the fighting was just done at all costs. And look at these people walking away in absolute sadness and grief. They want you to move forward with this. Yeah, death card. The death card is all about transformation. Look at that. So you've got the tower moment, this catastrophe. They want you to gain spiritual awakening and transformation. That's what's going to happen here, right? All of this fighting is going to lead to your transformation. They want you to grow from this. They want you to grow from this. Let's go ahead and clarify. I want to clarify this Two of Swords here. Why was the Two of Swords there? What decision was this about? What was this about? Page of Swords. So you may have received a message here, or maybe there was some spying that was going on, but there was a message definitely that was sent, and it obviously brought things to light for you. And then a decision had to be made, which then caused the separation, which then led to this legal issue. And both of you had to take a stance and stand up for yourselves. And it was such heavy-duty fighting to the point where it didn't matter. One of you had to win. And you won at all costs, right? And now, unfortunately, Gemini, you're kind of having to go within and really try to find meaning in everything that's happened. But this person is trying to remind you that not everything is as it seems. It wasn't because they hated you. In fact, they love you, right? They love you very much. All right, let's just clarify this Moon card, Two of Wands area here. What's that about as far as your energy is concerned? Yeah, you wanted stability as well with the Ten of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is the master of the suit, right? This is the dependable guy, the person that's hardworking, the person that gives the advice. That's what you wanted, was that stability. And here it's reinforced with the Ten of Pentacles. You really wanted stability with this person, but unfortunately it was too late and it never happened. Bottom of the deck, the King of Wands. Yeah, the King of Wands is full of passion. And unfortunately there was, probably a lot of ego, right? That was exhibited in this whole situation, my way or the highway. And earlier we saw the King of Swords. That was a very confrontational, very direct kind of energy that could easily be very hurtful. Let's go ahead and get some angel cards here, see if we've got any other messages for you, okay, Gemini, about this situation. A year from now. Yeah, a year from now, hopefully you will have healed from this situation and you have moved on, because they do feel that you need to move on. Carry out the plans that you guys had when you were together, right? Carry out those plans and move forward. Ask your angels. Yeah, take the time here to ask your angels to help you. You see here the Judgment card where you've got the angel up above. Yeah, definitely ask your angel. Take time to allow yourself to transform. This Reconsider card goes with this Moon card, right? Because I think that you had your ideas and ways and beliefs set, but the Moon card here is telling us that not everything is as it seems or seemed. Reconsider the situation, because this person truly did love you, despite the fight that you had here where it was so destructive. They do love you. Within the next few months, you're going to receive a message to go ahead and move forward. But I do want you to focus on the synchronicities that's going on around you, because those are messages. Yeah, meditation brings answers. And that's how you connect with your angels, is meditation, through meditation. You connect with your angel through quiet and through digging within, into using your intuition. Bottom of the deck, if you believe. Yeah, if you believe, and right when I saw that, I saw the Magician card. If you believe you can move forward from this, you can. Gemini, you can. Okay, let's get some other messages here from the spirit animal. Hopefully this will give you something to think about, something to really consider during your time of healing. Dove spirit, yeah, be peace. Be peace, because obviously with all the fighting that's gone on, it's really left you with just a certain amount of discouragement. But know that you have this in you. Don't be afraid. You have the power of the Magician. Don't be stuck. Move forward. Be at peace. Surrender. so that you can be resurrected. Next, trust in divine detours. Yeah, trust in the divine. They have something better for you, right? That you see these people are being awakened, and they are moving towards whatever it is that the angel there has for them, has set for them. Let's do one more card. Last card here. Oh, you've got Turtle Spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, there's no rushing through this. Whatever's going on, allow yourself the chance to be at peace and to heal from all of this and actually transform, because you've got the Death card here. Allow yourself to transform, right, to your higher self, to your better self. And since this one flipped up, yeah, set healthy boundaries. Don't let yourself get caught up in the negativity that was around you at that time. There's still fighting that's going to happen here in the near future, maybe within a few months, few weeks, but know that you can find another way. You may be fighting with their family member, right? And you're having to stand up for yourself, but know that you can find another way. You're the magician. You can find another way to communicate, okay? Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility. Yeah, there's infinite ways to attack this. There's infinite ways for you to recover from this. You are the magician. You can create this legacy that you want. It obviously won't be with this person, but the closure here is that although you may have thought that this individual didn't care for you because they fought so hard to hurt you at that time, know that they love you. Trust your intuition, because not everything is as it seemed. Okay, so best of luck to you, Gemini. I hope this answered some questions for you. Thank you for being here. I love you. Bye-bye.